Hey, what's up, Jeremy? Hope things don't get too laggy. I forgot what time it was and I started exporting a video. I don't think it's eating up too much. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Well, maybe not. I hope it was good, man. Hope it was good. Hold on. OBS. Where the hell? Yeah, it looks like my resources are okay. Video export can get a little resource intensive, but it doesn't look like it's too bad. Let's take a look real quick. No, looks like we're okay. Well, that's cool. Have you ever had like fried or smoked? Just curious. You know, we were talking about that Sunday. I don't know if you'd ever actually tried like something besides roast turkey. Roast turkey's just tough, right? Like to get the tenderness, it's a real fine line from it being um, getting it to where it's not dry. What's up, Joe? It's tough. It's tough for sure. Yeah, that's the thing that gets me with the fried, which is the way I prefer to prepare it. Is just that initial drop into the oil sears the skin, so it keeps all the juices inside. Oh man, so good. And like the second part component of that is what you inject it with. Because I've seen people just do, hey Bane, what's up, buddy? Like they just inject it with like brine, just basically water and salt, and that actually is good. But like I use Italian dressing. I strain all the seeds and stuff out, and I use that as part of the rub. But then I inject the meat with the Italian dressing, dude. it is it is so good. The rub's kind of secondary because when you drop it in the oil, you lose a lot of it, but a decent bit of it gets seared onto the outside, and so it's still pretty decent. What do we got? We got a little bit. I got to remember to just get prepared for Turkey Day a little earlier. Dude, it's and here's what was messed up. I was gonna stream it last year, and I whiffed that completely. So I'll try and remember to at least get a stream on for the actual turkey drop, just so people can see it, or at least like do a video of it, so people can actually see it and see the turkey after when we're cutting it. Dude, my God. I'll try and remember this time. I don't remember what threw me off last year. Something I was doing. I was gonna do it, and I just wasn't ready or something. I don't remember what it was. So yeah, this I haven't done anything today. I'm just gonna. Well, you know what? But yeah, it would. I'm looking forward to last year's was really good. Maybe I'll do another. What was I doing? Oh, I want to move the CTA back. What was that? Oh, I found this really bad. I forgot to show this stuff. I found this, wait, where'd it go? I found a Nightwing. And it rolled really bad. Then I found a Wind Force. Which, it's just a Wind Force. You know, it's kind of wild that, like, you know, this only has, like, one random roll that it can get. You would think on something like a Wind Force, they would have at least given it like a ED damage roll or something. Just a straight 250 is so weird. That's like the second Wind Force I've found. Second or third. But it being such an iconic weapon, because you know, the memories of the Wind Force was just the fact that that was the bow. That bow was like one of the things that, like, when it hit eBay and was sold for like thousands of dollars when D2 first dropped. That's one of those things that sticks out in your mind from like the old LOD days. Or that was pre-LOD. That, like, the Wind Force was what made the news. Because selling items like that was so unheard of. Selling pixel weapons. But that was kind of the wild thing. The Wind Force was so rare that somebody put, well, I'm sure it was more than one person. The original person put that up on eBay and sold it for, I want to say it was like $3,000 or $4,000 or something wild like that. I gotta look now. How much? Upload to. I don't see anything. I know that there had to be like an old story about that. Because it was like in the news. It was on the news when that happened. What's up, some guy? I want to say it was like that. It was like $3,000 or $4,000, man. It was wild. It was so crazy back in the time. And think about that in terms of that much money in what, 2000? Oh wow, they just smoked my Merc. What was it, 2001? His cash rate is actually crazy.
I can't. Impossible.
Am I out of TPs? What the hell? Alright, this entire run's busted. We're just going to start over. But yeah, that was crazy stuff back then. One of my friends actually, like, he started playing Diablo 2 just because of that. He thought he could make money doing that, so he started playing Diablo 2. It didn't last very long. You know what? We're not even going to seal pop. I'm going to do a couple full clears before we get into anything. Yeah, right. Well, this was, I want to say, when that first Wind Force got put up for sale and caused all the noise about, selling pixels on online. This was, I want to say, this was even before the bots became very prevalent, or even like duping or any of that stuff. I don't think it was happening at that point, but then when that money aspect became a thing where people realized, oh wait, you can sell this stuff, that's when the botting really kicked into gear. Because selling items was like a pretty new concept. But once it became something that people talked about, then yeah, the bots figured it out, and here's where we are.
I am overburdened.
Because, like, that was the same thing when D3 with the Real Money Auction House, when that first came out. There was a lot of people that were doing it with the intent of trying to, do it as like a side gig, which I'm sure there was some people that actually were able to do that. It's like selling gold on the auction house was a thing, and it was like minuscule amounts, but if you were making enough or getting were there bots in D3? I'm assuming so. If there was a way to farm the gold efficiently, there was probably people making a decent amount of money that way. Because I made a little bit. I probably sold total 700-ish bucks on the Real Money Auction House. I actually sold a little bit. One of my friends that at the time, he only ever sold one item, but he found it was pretty early into the launch that he sold one item for the max, which was 250 bucks. It was the only thing he ever sold, and as the game progressed, it was like really bad. It was a really bad item, but he was able to capitalize on that and get like 250 bucks for it. 175. That's cool. All right, Ken. But yeah, it was just kind of funny because I actually made a few bucks on it, which wasn't the intent, but it was there, so why not? That's messed up, man. It's so messed up. I think I'd quit playing by the time they took the auction house out. I had already stopped playing. That's actually kind of funny. Wanting to change your bot programming and actually learning a useful skill. Because learning any kind of programming language can translate into so much other stuff. Like even if you did it something specific like that, it translates. Yeah, that's funny. I never even looked at that stuff to see even how it worked. I don't know. I was just never curious about it. Dude, get off me. I feel like we're starting to get to the point of the season where we might need to start switching it up. We're not quite there, but I think we're getting close. Oh, I was going to show y'all something I found. I'm sure people have used it. It's a really cool rare ring and amulet value calculator. I mean, it's kind of basic in what it tries, but it kind of weeds out the really bad stuff. I'll show you all that in a minute. I found that earlier. I saw it posted on the Facebook group, and I'd never seen it, but I have a feeling there's probably quite a few people that have used it. But I don't think the new season's going to... Maybe. It depends. They've stuck to the 3-month cycle for 2 seasons. But who knows? They'll change it again. I don't know, man. It's hard to... Hey, Roberto. I don't know. I'll show it here in a second. I don't think that's what it's called. It might be. But it basically uses the point system for rings and amulets and just puts it into where you just feed the stats in. It doesn't take into account other things like LLD value, that kind of stuff, but it kind of helps you weed out the chaff if you're wondering if it's good or not. So it's pretty cool. I plugged a few stuff in there. Here's what's funny. This is the funniest one. I plugged in the stats for that +2 curse amulet, and it had value without even having the +2 stat on it. Like, all the other stats were decent enough that it gave the amulet value, which I thought was really funny. We'll take a look at it here, and I'll show you all what I plugged in. But I mean, it's just an easier way to read the ring value stuff. But here, it did a calculation for value in form gold. So, but I don't know how updated that is, and that part's kind of weird. I don't know how they figure a calculation of that. I mean, if you wanted to get real technical, you could probably maybe scrape the trades and pull data from that, but I don't think it's that sophisticated. So it's probably just like a value judgment from the people that made the website. Yeah, no, nonetheless, though, it was kind of cool that they added that component, because that is a question that pops up a lot. You'll see a lot of is this worth anything posts about rings and amulets and stuff. So that was I could see that being a component to maybe putting on the website, because hold on, let me finish this and I'll show y'all.
I can't carry anymore.
So my wife and I reset game night last night because when we tried to do it Saturday, she broke her toe. So I told her we could try again, but she would have to not move. Like just sit in the chair and don't move for the entirety of the gaming session because she would potentially hurt herself. Did I not? I must not have hit this one. Yeah, there we go. And she didn't break any more appendages.
I am overburdened.
Alright, let's see. First, let me make sure. Alright, my video export's done. Let me close this real quick. No. Alright, I was exporting a video and didn't realize the time. So, alright, let me pull this site up. Alright, so this is the site. No, it's kind of a weird URL. Tools.haragath.com value calculator. Alright, there might be some other stuff on there. I don't know. Alright, so this is kind of cool. So you just plug in stats, and the only thing you can switch up is crafted versus rare and ring or amulet. That's the only two. I don't know why it asked for the item name because that doesn't mean squat. But you could put in stats and it'll give you whether it's Charcy or not, a rating, which I think this is a take off of the 6-point rating thing, but it goes into the thousands, so I think it's just taking it out to an nth degree as far as percentage of the point calculation. And then a form goal value, which was kind of weird. So here's what I'll do. I'll show you all what I did. So I still have this amulet. Where's it at? I have that crazy +2 curse amulet. So I looked at this and was like, what if I just didn't put the +2 in and just base it off the stats? Because the stats is what's really bonkers about this amulet and how trolled I got with the +2 curse roll. So I'm going to put the stats in. Let me put the stats in. So it's got the, see, we switch it to amulet. Then we go FCR. And see, it starts putting this rating. I don't know how they calculate this, but just 10 FCR has a value. Like on the points system, it would just be 1 point. But I think it does some sort of weighting to the value, like 10 FCR technically is weighted more than 1 point, so it gives it this 1350. I think that's what this rating kind of adds some weight to specific stats. So then, if you look at this other stuff, like it had 23 strength. 23 strength. So it gave it about the same weight as the 10 FCR. So 30 is perfect. Let's see how much it changes if we put 30. Yeah, it changes significantly. So we had 23 strength. Yeah, oh yeah, I know. And then it had all resist of 20. It had 20 all resist, which is perfect. 20 is perfect. 30 is perfect on strength. 10 is a full 10 FCR. You can't get with on a rare. You're only going to get the 10. You could get variations on crafted. And then it had an additional 31 fire. So I think 5 is the break point. 5,000 is probably the break point for value. Which is funny. Because, like, it's already given a form gold value of 197. I don't know how it gets that calculation at all. Now, if you look, it has another mod. It has the magic damage reduced, but that's not even a stat on this calculator. So you don't see damage reduced at all. And it's still giving this value. It's 200 form gold, which is a lot. And see, that's the thing. Unless they update the form gold values daily, that's just not going to work. Because, you know, as seasons progress, and it's, you know, it doesn't differentiate ladder, non-ladder. So I don't know how they get this. But basically, if you just look at it, it's saying that it has a value. But here was the kicker. See, it's 197, right? So instead of rolling +2, see, it doesn't do the secondary stats. Yeah, for sure. But it doesn't do like the secondary tier. But say this had actually rolled Necro versus +2 Curse. Watch the value change. it jumps up to 750, which I could see. If you look at this in totality, if it was a +2 Necro, 10 FCR, 23 strength, 20 all resist, and then 31 fire resist on top of that, that's a pretty crazy amulet. It is. That's a pretty crazy amulet. Unfortunately, we were cursed with the curse. I didn't think to check if it changed per class. So like if this rolled sorc, would that change the value? No. Okay, so see, that's the other thing. So I don't know. This value, this form goal value, is, I'm sure, nowhere near accurate. I think if you just take this on face value, if you get anything here, that maybe the item is probably worth trying to trade at least, right? I wouldn't take this value as meaning anything. But at least it'll tell you if it's actually tradable potentially. I mean, there's still a lot of value judgments involved. Yeah, that's the thing, Eric. That's because sorc with that's going to be worth more than Necro, for sure. If you switch it to Paladin, still the same. So that's why I'm saying this value is not worth looking at. If it just turns green, I would say then maybe try and potentially be a tradable item. That's all I'd take away from this. But it is kind of cool. If you have a question, you can plug this in. I'll put the URL in. Here's the URL. If you want to check it out, look at stuff you might have, and play around with it. If you got some stuff in your inventory that you weren't sure about throwing away, this might point you in the right direction. You know what I mean? And at least tell you, because what is correct about this, there are obviously stats that are sought after more than others. Goes without saying. And I think it probably is somewhat accurate in how it maybe weights some stats over others. And there's tiers to like the AR rating, for instance. There's a breakdown, like if you go by the old point system, like from this range to this range is a full point, but if it's below that and it's this range to this range, it's a half a point. So it's kind of got some, there is some nuance to the actual value. Like this 23 strength, I want to say on the old point system, 20 to 30 was a full point value, and like maybe 10 to 20 was a half a point value, that sort of thing. And I think they take that into account with their rating system. Yeah, it just gives you an idea. Like, just the fact that I don't think, like, I took the skill plus skills off of it, and it still gives it some kind of value, because here's the thing. If you're looking optimally, you want plus skill on your amulet, but it's probably still a good fill amulet, just because you might be trying to hit an FCR breakpoint, and it just comes with such great stats, like offsetting the strength. If you're trying to, like, if you're a sorc and you're trying to hit a breakpoint, and like you need 156 to hit the monarch, but 23 strength means that you only have to hit 133. So that value, those points go into or health. So there's some, there's some offsets there. Yeah, Eric, that's what I'm saying. I think it weights. Well, let's check. What if I increase this to 1 by 1 point? Does it change the value? Yeah, see, it's doing it by point. So just by increasing this value 1 point at a time, it does say that the value increases. So they're not taking the range as one value. They're breaking up the range and giving it aggregate value as you go up. So that's actually a little bit of a upgrade. That's a little better than before. The PvP stuff, there's no way you could create a calculator for it. There's no way. You just have to know, which is it's really wild. But if you have some stuff that you have stashed and you're questionable on it, plug it into the calculator and see what point value you get. It'd be kind of cool to see, right? I mean, it's unfortunate they didn't expand this out to include, like, circlets, coordinates, all that. One for belts, one for boots, that kind of stuff. Like, add more item types. That would have been kind of cool, but I don't know how old this is. Oh, it says back. Is there like a main defense calculator? Okay, I don't know how important that is. Affix calculator. I haven't looked at this. I just saw this before stream. I just happened to see it on the I don't know what this actually is trying to calculate. Something to look at there. And then what's the last one? Font generator. I don't. Maybe for single player. I don't know. Anyways, it's kind of cool. Sved, yes. Well, here's how I look at it. I think the baseline of the player base for the game, even like mid-season, is between 30 and 50,000 people. Like, I want to say at the season start, you're going to see it jump to 100,000 plus. That's like pretty standard. But I think through the season, it drops off. But I think at like any given time, you're probably looking at 25 to 30 to 50,000 people, even like mid-season. Oh, Liam, it was like, I was just showing them this, like it does like ring and amulet calculations, kind of a little bit better than the 6-point system, just to give an idea of maybe values. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Bane. Yeah, like, especially, like, I probably got rare rings and amulets across all my characters that's just been sitting there. And you know, it might help you make a decision whether to just pitch it or not. You know what I mean? So, I mean, something to think about. It's kind of cool. It's a little bit better than just looking at the little chart for the 6-point system. This like just helps you just run the numbers, and you could just get a little more detailed valuation whether it's worth anything or not. But again, yeah, that still doesn't work like the PvP stuff. Like for instance, I put this ring in. Where's it at? And I hung on to this because it had a potential to be a low-level duel item or dueling ring. Yeah, see this one. This is a level 16. The AR is still almost 120 is perfect. I don't know how high the strength and dex can get for under 30. And then it has lightning and poison resist is kind of against certain builds. Poison resist because it's kind of sought after. So this wouldn't evaluate on that chart. It just doesn't have any value. But it's only level 16 and it potentially maybe has some. I don't know. That's the thing. It's PvP, so I don't know. Yeah, and like I'm saying, it's like the MDR is 2. That's worth squat. And there's probably life and mana that probably needs to be on there. So, but I don't think that calculation, that table, that website even values based off of PvP, because there are some PvP stats that wouldn't even come into the regular 6-point valuation that they might be looking for. So it's kind of weird. But yeah, only to say that PvP skews a certain way, and it's probably not going to work in that calculation. He said he'd be right back. So when he gets back, you can ask him, and then we can do it. Earth, what's up, brother? So that's all I'm saying. It is kind of a cool way to just maybe weed through a stash of rings and amulets that you have. And you know, if you thought maybe they were good, and that's the thing. Unless you've been playing a lot, and I'm sure all of us had some questions on some stuff that comes up still, that you're like, is it worth? Is it not? Like these, I thought were kind of cool, but they didn't come up worth in squat, and obviously not, because here's the thing, like this one here, you see the 10 FCR, and it's perfect AR roll, and it's got life leech, but then the rest is squat. Now, on the rings, unless it's life and mana leech, it's not even, they don't even, it's not even going to calculate. It's not going to, it's got to have a dual leech for it to be worth a damn. Injections? What you talking about, man? So it's cool to look at just because it got the perfect AR roll, and it does have some leech, so it's a good filler. Right, and that's the thing, like for the FCR and to have leech, you're probably looking for the life leech to be worth a flip. You're probably working like a melee build of some sort, so the FCR only comes into play if you're teleporting. So it's like, yeah, it's just cool to look at. That's why I hung on to it, because it was a perfect AR roll. And then like this one is 100 AR. The same thing though. It's got a life leech on it, and it's got a couple more resist though, but still not worth a damn based off the calculator. But yeah, that's the thing. It would have to be a melee with an Enigma or a tele staff. So, you know what I mean? If it had dual leech, then, you know, maybe a little bit better. Like for Zons, for instance, like having the mana regen. Well, not even Zons. Like any melee build, getting the mana back is always nice. Earth, it sounds like you're talking about, yeah, cortisone shots. I've had one before. It helps temporarily for a little bit. It doesn't. It does. To me, it didn't last that long. I had a torn rotator, and they gave me a cortisone, and it it felt good. Like the shot hurt, but afterwards, it felt pretty good. But it falls off fairly quick. For this one, yeah, this one I thought was better, but it's still, I don't know, it still feels a little mid to me. Like, does a 10 FCR really come into play? Yeah. And again, this is what we were talking about. You might have missed the first part of what we were talking about, Jerry. The PvP world is so different on the stats that they might emphasize versus just like a good PVM ring. So, but this one, even though the AR roll is perfect, the rest of the stats are garbage. Like stamina and poison length, nah, whatever. This one's pretty cool. But yeah, just to say, I mean, that's still always the question when it comes to trading. Is there's the whole what people get to run just farming and stuff, and the whole PvP world is so different. Yeah, I can make it for you, Bane, for sure. I mean, we saw the last one, so I don't know if we're hitting that. So, wait, did we do somebody else's after that? I think we did, and it was okay. No, it wasn't. Didn't it roll a two bow? All right, but Bane, Bane, we're gonna test out your theory. Hold on, I'm gonna make the freebie game. Here we go. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna make a wheel. I'm gonna put Joe's name on it. I'm just gonna spin it, and then, and then you're saying, oh, somebody's already in it. All right, hold on. Yeah, it actually Bane. We had talked about this a little while back. All right. We said the next time this came up, I was going to make a wheel. All right. Wheel of Doom. I'm just going to put Joe's name on it. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. There's no clicky sound. Congrats, Joe. If this rolls good, I'm gonna lose my shit. Perfectly honest. All right. Yeah, Joe wins every time. What the hell, man? Oh man. I saw this. It had 6 and 4. Oh no. I'm sorry, man. It was worth a shot. 6-2-4. That's painful. Oh, that's unfortunate, man. That would have been hysterical. If we'd have got another one, that'd have been wild. No, don't put the burr in there. Yeah, Cam might be right. We might have needed to put 2 names on there. All right, we'll test that out next time, Can. Next time we have to make something, I'm gonna put your name and Joe's name up. And if you win, I'm gonna give you your grief back. And then we'll roll the other thing for Joe. We didn't recreate it all the way. I'm sorry, Bane. We should have recreated it all the way. I should have put Can on there. My God. All right, so Liam. I should have put Can on there. Oh wait, no, that's Can, right? And then I should have had a first place and a second place. We got it recreated all the way. Oh no. I'm afraid to click this, dude. Are you serious? There's no shot. That's the same one. No, the ED's 2 points difference. How'd you make another one? There's no shot you rolled another one. I know the ED's different, so it's definitely a different CTA, and they're both in crystals. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the other one was 287. This is actually better. That's wild. This is actually better than the other 664. Joe, man, you need to go buy some lotto tickets or something. That's wild. That's wild. I don't even know what to say about that. Alright. We have a bunch of Sunders. Let me get some more IDs.
Yes?
Yeah, go get some lotto tickets, dude. Alright. Can's got a bunch of Sunders. Alright, we'll pick these up. Fire is usually something. Lightning's not on the list. Lightning, not on the list. An anti-perfect magic. Cold. Alright, we'll check this fire. Wait, I need some more gold. Alright. 89 and 72. Okay, that's what I thought. Yep, no go. We've been pretty lucky with your rings and amulets, man. We've hit some good ones. I feel like we've hit Amara's and something else, didn't we? On your rings and amulets. Another Mara's. What the hell? At least you got that going, Can. Like, I ID your jewelry. You always hit something. It's a low roll one, but it's another Mara's. Alright, we hit a Mars first. That's actually kind of crazy. Crescent Moon. Cat's Eye. We'll ran the gamut on those amulets. And a bad Nagel. Here you go, man. That's funny. Another Mars. That's like the third one? I think that's the third one I've hit for you, man. I'm gonna just make I'm just gonna say 5 like he said before. I don't think that just because we changed up the Annihilus bounty to a new one that we're changing the value. So we're gonna go with 5. Jeremy's not here right now, but I'm just gonna make a call and say 5. So if you got 5 or up to 5, we'll ID that many. I forgot what we were trying. It was still a good ante. It was like a 1510, wasn't it? Yeah, it's a 1520, my bad. These are Joe's. 1020. 1411, that one's garbage. 1313, garbage. 1414. This is going to be 1515. 16. Alright. You had a 1020, so at least a good resist roll one. Tommy, haven't really come up with a... I think we're out of prizes, to be honest. Alright, this is can. 1111. 1212. Wow. That's actually a good one. 1917-10. Yeah, that's actually a really good ante right there. 1917-10. 15-18-9. Nice high XP rolls, if nothing else. 14, last one. 10-11. But still a 10 XP roll. Wait, wasn't one of these good? Didn't you take it? Like a 1917 or something in here. Maybe not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That 1020 is still kind of nice. I think it had 10 XP, didn't it? Oops, daggone it. Oh, 8 XP. Alright, any other Annihilus or Sunders anybody wants to ID? It's warming back up. I have to get my little fan. Tommy, I'm assuming you got power and everything's back up and running? Alright, what are we going to do? Nice, that's good, man. I was thinking about respecing the sorc, but I gotta be honest, I wanted to go lightning, but I'm gonna need to do crescent moon. I don't feel like finagling around all that stuff, so I'm just gonna play this for a while. If I end up getting an infinity or something, maybe I'll respec it, but I just don't feel like tooling around with switching all that gear around. No, I'm good, man. Just checking to make sure you're up and running. I feel like they got most of the power up and going pretty quick down there. What's the Darkwood? Yeah, I don't care about that. Ram, what's up, buddy? I know, Bane. I screwed it, man. I didn't. I should have switched it up. Well, I don't know, man. Joe rolled another 664 afterwards. He's just like sucked all the mojo out of CTA rolls. There's nothing left to give, man. I mean, he did it again. What are we supposed to do after somebody wins a 664 and then makes another one this right after? That's just too much. He literally broke RNG. Oh, okay. So that would have been the week before? When did we do that? No, it's only been the last, it was the previous Sunday, not this last one, but the one before. So you rolled that one this weekend? That's a cool little gem. I think it's, I was trying to remember what you could hit on 30 and under. I think it's 9 and 9 maybe? Or I might be thinking of rares. It was yesterday? Oh, after yesterday's stream. Okay. That's wild, dude. 2 664s in one season. What the hell, man? Did you trade the other one? What kind of value something like that have? Oh, a pool room. Nice little drop.
I am overburdened.
Yeah, I hear you, Bane. $10. Not bad this time of season. Because we're past the halfway point, right? I think we're past midpoint. Stop, dude. Crystalline. Blah. Hey, Dennis. What's up, buddy? Oh, it actually crept up a little bit? That's kind of funny. What, hold on, let me look. When was season start? D2R season 8? Start date? August 23rd. So, I always forget because I lost the first couple of weeks with the vid. The coof got me and knocked me out the first couple of weeks of the season. So, 23rd, so September, October. So the 23rd of November would be 3 months end. So if they stick to the 3-month cycle, around Thanksgiving is going to be a season start. Maybe. If they go back to the 4-month, it'll be around Christmas. Now they're going to do a 3-month because if they do the Christmas Terror Nights again, they can't have the season start fall in the middle of that. So it could potentially be next month. End of November 23 would it be 3 months exactly. So 4 months would fall in their Terror Nights thing around Christmas. And they've already launched I don't know if they have announced a season start for D4 because this was a expansion drop, so I'm assuming they don't have a seasonal thing started yet. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. It sounds to me like it's probably going to be next month, just based off of like potential conflicts. Oh, they launched it with a season right out of the gate? Okay. So they run... Are they running 3 or 4 month seasons with the D4 stuff? Because that just dropped a couple of weeks ago. So that pushes it past the end of the year anyways. So... I'm going to predict... I'm going to say 3 month cycle. I think they go 3 month cycle November 23rd or thereabouts. Whatever falls on a... Thursday? Wait, no, they did Friday last time. Yeah, I don't know. They switched it to a Friday night, but we have had two 3 month seasons in a row. Almost does. Nah, Liam, there's no way they take that into account. No, they won't. So, let's see. If I look at November, the 23rd is a Saturday, so it'd be the 29th. 28th or the 29th of November is my guess. And early access for PoE 2 is the 15th, which is 2 weeks prior. Yeah, I don't know. Some guy, I'm probably in the same boat too, dude. I'm probably right there with you. If we get 3 seasons in a row without, well, is it 3 or has it been more than that? Yeah, if we're in maintenance mode, full maintenance mode, where they're just, resetting the clock for the season, I'm probably going to go pretty hard into PoE 2. But again, I mean, I'm more than 50-50 that PoE 2 will be really good. Like D4 was like 50-50. So, I don't know. I'll have to play it by ear. So, I don't know. We'll see. Shut up, Jerry.
Not even death can save you from me.
It's funny. I was wondering if Dabrowski was going to, like go in on PoE 2 as well. But I think he's all in on that Reimagine mod. So I don't think... Oh, wow. I thought I'd gotten a Zac, but no. Alright, we'll check the amulet first. An anti... That's the second anti-perfect Mars I've gotten this season. It's the second one. Yeah, but some guy. That's kind of what Sir Fox is doing. He's trying to get all the runes to make all the rune words. You can have it, Earth. You can have it for sure. Well, Jerry, I would probably agree with that. Well, at least like the core D2 group. Well, if you could get multiplayer with mods, I think we would probably play that. Yeah, I would not disagree with that. Because playing the older multiplayer modded games were fun. I had a lot of fun with them. I can't get over the graphics now. But I don't know how far out that is, so I probably would play PoE 2. Like I know they're working on the one now, and it's 2.4, and I guess it depends on what the mods are. Would make me decide which way to go on that. So that's kind of up in the air. All right, we'll do that. We can do that. All right, this is the I forget what it's called. Dragon Scale. Yeah, Dragon Scale. Which is actually the elite version. Yeah, I'm more curious about what the mods would be on it. I know it's based off 2.4, so you'll at least get the updated stuff up to 2.4, which doesn't include terror zones and sunders, so that will not be in it. But basically all the good changes were in 2.4 for the most part. They did do some decent stuff after that, but 2.4 was like the bulk of the good changes in D2R. Yeah, Hydra Pally build. So hold on. I gotta kind of keep an eye on things because of the real estate agent. Yep, real estate agent. Things are moving hot and heavy this week. We got a lot of stuff scheduled for the house. Nice, some guy. That's a decent little unique drop, though. Three uniques. One of them was a Mars. All right, I'm gonna. Yeah, now everybody's curiosity is up. I'm gonna put a wheel up. Just curious. If we put Joe and Earth on there, who's gonna win? I'm gonna give it to Earth. I'm just Joe's luck's been so crazy. We got to see. Oh, Earth would have won anyways. Joe used up all his mojo again yesterday. Rolled another 664, so he's tapped out again. Are you on right now, Earth? Or you can have it. So we have a scheduled open house for my parents' house Saturday. So I got some stuff I got to do before then. All right, Earth. I'm in win 1 if you want it. No, he's gonna have to. No, he's tapped out. It's gonna be next weekend before he can do anything again. There you go, man. You can play around with that shield if you want. It's not, that shield actually sucks, but it is a pally shield, so. No, he's tapped out. We'll test that. We'll test that Sunday if we could come up with something to roll for Joe on Sunday. What is my magic find up to now? 482. Not quite there. I was trying to remember what I switched. I switched something. Oh, I put a cold skiller in, and all I had was magic find charm, so I had to drop a little bit of magic find because I feel like I was over 500. I feel like somebody was rocking a mosaic. I think, maybe not. Wait, I know Bane was rocking a trapper. Maybe I might be remembering that. We haven't had a lot of assassins going on this season. But yeah, I need to look into that multiplayer mod because they were supposed to be in a closed beta now. I don't know how long it was going to run though. Alright, I'm going to still put Amara's on my list, even though it was anti-perfect. Alright, let's add it to the list. Items, here we go. Yeah, they're already testing it. It's in a beta. I don't remember where I saw that at. It was on somebody, like maybe Llama or somebody was talking about it. Bane, I don't remember. I'll look. I think we chunked a couple on the ground yesterday. But I'll keep that in mind if you need a better one, because we'll probably be rolling some more. Yeah, I think that was the closed beta. Was like people that I guess are maybe a Patreon or like on a Discord that he's running. I don't know, but yeah, I know it was an invite only closed beta. So it's kind of cool though that they actually. Here's the thing. I feel like Blizzard is gonna try to shut him down. Just throwing that out there because they're gonna be running their own servers. I think Blizzard is going to give them a cease and desist, which is unfortunate, but I mean, you guys know that's going to happen.
I can't carry anymore.
feel like Blizz or Activision just did that recently with somebody. Oh, it was the Call of Duty one. I think we talked about it on stream 3 or 4 weeks ago. It was a private mod that worked. You had to purchase the game, of course. They were running it on their own servers. They were not making money off of it. No skins, nothing. And Activision gave them a cease and desist and told them to shut it down. Expect that if they do that with D2R multiplayer modded. I'm just telling you, it doesn't have to make sense. Well, a lot of interesting stuff on there. That's the only potential outcome, is that it's just so under the radar because it's D2R. Like Call of Duty's obviously way bigger.
I am overburdened.
But no, it's because it's multiplayer. And you have to run a server to run the game. So that's the difference between the modded games now. And it's just that it's multiplayer. Yeah, they didn't shut it down until everybody had bought copies of the games to run on those servers, and so they collected that money and then shut it down. Yeah, it was pretty wild. It was a really scammy situation. I don't know if they allow people to get refunds or something. It looked really bad. Put it that way. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to make sense. Like, it could potentially fly under the radar until it starts getting some smoke. Like, you know, maybe a decent portion of the D2R player base shifts off of Blizzard and starts playing the modded on other servers, because it's always about online playtime. So they just like those numbers where there's like accumulated playtime. And if it's not happening on their servers and it's happening on a private servers with a modded version of their game, they see that, they're going to shut it down. I mean, it's their MO. So, yeah, just throwing that up there. But it's going to be, it might even play out like the Call of Duty thing, because obviously you have to have a copy of the game, right? So they'll let a lot of people buy copies of the game. Like, for instance, you're like a current player, and for whatever reason you want to run it on a clean account. For whatever reason, I mean, they'll let those purchases go through and then shut the mod down. Just a potential could happen. Yeah, I know, Eric. That's you know, it's just you just never know what direction Blizzard's going to go, so they might ignore it. They might ignore it for a while and then suddenly do it. You just don't know what they'll do. Because I feel like they did that with World of Warcraft. Isn't that how the classic stuff spun around? Like, I feel like there was some classic private servers before, like, they relaunched Diablo or World of Warcraft Classic. I feel like what they had, there was a huge server, private server, where people were playing the original Classic, and it was such a big deal that Blizzard shut them down, didn't they? Well, kind of, Eric. But then I think that was a year or two before they dropped, where they relaunched Classic. There was that private server out there running where people were just playing the original. You know, no X packs, anything. They were just playing the original. And I don't even think there was like, maybe there was some changes that they did. I don't know if they did or not. Like, I think they just ran the original code set, and just, like, for whatever reason, people just like playing that original Classic. And I gotta be honest, I thought I did too until I did the Classic, and I did not enjoy it as much as I thought I had. Because there were like some really nice quality of life stuff that occurred over time that just those things in general made the game better. And going back to the original Classic with the original rule set, like, the buffing was horrible, the level grinding was really slow, so ooh, ethereal maybe? Be cool. Ethereal? No. And one socket.
I am overburdened.
Filled with OG. He is, I wouldn't say anti-change. Here's the thing. I mean, I didn't care for some of the stuff after 2.4. I wasn't on board the Sunder changes, like Terrazone stuff originally. I got used to them, and I feel like they're actually pretty decent now. You know, I've been playing them for a while. Phil's definitely more of a not anti-change, but he doesn't like a lot of the stuff that comes up, and I get that. I mean, I could probably be that way in certain aspects, but I mean, I just like the idea of making some adjustments to just keep things a little fresh. I mean, there was some stuff that I just didn't care for at all, but like, I was pretty vehement about the Sunder stuff originally. And, you know, addressing like immunes and stuff, probably not the best approach, but I mean, it works for the most part. And it did give you a better XP area to grind out if you're going for the level grind outside of just the standard runs for that. So I'm pretty on board with those changes. Yeah, like I was saying, that's what I mean. There's probably better ways they could have addressed it. I would have been even more on board with like itemization changes to address the different immunes, but that's the direction I probably would have went. But I mean, it's okay. I mean, I think they for the sorc, especially. They could have. I feel like the masteries could have been changed on the sorc to get those more in line with each other. It was just some stuff like that. I was thinking the new rune word option of like addressing the different immunities. That was mine, because we'd talked about it a lot. Like, have variations of items that would like break certain immunities and not be like really cost intensive. Like Infinity is really good because it does use the conviction to break immunities, but it's really expensive, especially for like casual players. If they could have made like mid rune words that were like specifically to certain resists or immunities, like have a rune word that addresses cold immunes, have one that addresses like individually, and just break out some different rune words that way, instead of adding like a whole new set of uniques. Like the Sunders, the Terror Zone itself was not a bad idea. Like just having a different way for XP gains and stuff. I think the Terror Zones in general were not bad. The Sunders was just the weird part to that. But Sunders is definitely an easier way to do it. Yeah, the helmets, the different variate, because like out of those, like Bulwark and Cure kind of came out shining, like being decent. And you know, I guess I'm not gonna fault them for like what are there like 5 or 6 of those rune words. You can't make them. I mean, they're not all gonna be good. You don't want them to all be good. But yeah, I think most people would agree that like Mosaic was just a bit much. That one, and actually, what was weird about the Mosaic was they listened to feedback and adjusted that. The original Mosaic with the 2 claws was only a 50% chance to drop charges. They bumped it to 50 each and made it 100%. That was based off feedback from the PTR. What's up, Navani? What's up, buddy?
Not even death can save you from me.
Yeah, well, Jared, like they did that with Conviction and how it worked and Cold Mastery, and yeah, they made a bunch of adjustments after the fact to address that. Dialogues? What you talking about? On Discord? Is that what you're talking about? I don't know, but hindsight, you're right. Because when they, I remember there being kind of a dust up about losing your charges with Mosaic when the PTR dropped, and people actually complained that the charges dropped too easy. So they adjusted it, made it 100%. Oh, for sure. Gotcha. That doesn't sound good. Hustle was a fun one. That turned out to be kind of a sleeper almost. When I first saw Hustle, I was like, whatever. Hustle was actually a fun one that they implemented, and cheap, so you could play, you didn't have to invest a whole lot to play around with it. And they made it for weapons and armor, which is always a cool one, with different things for both. Hustle was actually kind of a sleeper when it first dropped, and then people got on board with it. So Hustle I think it's a great rune word. So they didn't, it wasn't a swing and a miss on a lot of that stuff. Yeah, I get that, Eric. It's just that was the quick fix, right? 50%. All right, just make it. Just never drop charges. Just never drop. And thinking about a lot of those room wars are not going to be in the PT or in that multiplayer one, because those were after 2.4. Like not just Mosaic. The Mosaic will be gone, but like all those helmets, Hustle will be gone. The Druid one, but nobody really cares about that one. Metamorphosis. But there was a couple in there that I think, yeah, because Bulwark and Cure is used a lot. And so is Hustle. Hustle's used a lot. So those would be missing out of the multiplayer. But honestly, I still don't think it'd be that bad. Like 2.4 was like such an amazing patch. Everybody was so psyched when that dropped. It was so good. But the expectation was that we'd get, not necessarily that big, but we'd get decent patches pretty consistently, and that fell off quick. Because there for a while, it was kind of an event to do do a video on the patch notes when they announced a new season. That was actually kind of a big deal. Yeah, they can mod them in for sure. Yeah, I mean, they wouldn't actually have to. They could just mod them, so not that big a deal. Especially if it's just items. But wasn't it in 2.4 where they fixed firewall? Wasn't it 2.4 stuff? They didn't do that after the fact, did they?
I can't carry anymore.
Because I'd love to go back to that firewall build. That was so much fun. I loved that build. I don't know why I'm looking at that.
I am overburdened.
Because if they patch that after 2.4, I'm all in. Yeah, basically. They fixed the stacking bug on the firewall. Bartux. I only ever look at these just to see if they roll perfect. Like 200 EDs perfect. I don't know why. Yeah, well, that would be part of because when did they adjust? When they adjust the Act 3 stuff, it was after 2.4 for sure, wasn't it? I don't remember when they changed that. But we'll see. I don't know how long that thing's supposed to sit in beta. And I don't know if Here's the thing: if they do make it a paid service, Blizzard will 100% shut it down. If they charge to play it, they will shut that down so quick. Because they don't want you making money off their IPs. For sure. No, maybe it was before 2.4? Because I feel like there was like a decent sized patch before 2.4 actually came out. I don't remember now. Hey, Mehmet. It wasn't like super quick. Because people were running it and were like really geared. So I don't think it was too quick into it. They were having too many problems with like the server stuff at the time to be worrying about it. Three volcano. That's kind of cool. Because I played it for a while. I'm gonna have to cube here in a minute. I think I'm gonna cube small charms today, just for the hell of it. I think they kind of rolled it all together for if I'm not mistaken. It was the next year before the server stuff got resolved. And then that's what pushed back the season 1 time frame. Because we were thinking season 1 was going to drop like maybe like January, February. And it got pushed all the way back till May, maybe? Way back. And it was because it took them so long to restructure the database stuff. That database thing was a big problem. If y'all remember when it launched, it was like 2 weeks in and everything crashed from the original D2R launch. Did I hit deceased? Did I hit that? Yeah, he must have been in this mess. No, I think 2.4 was rolled in together with... I think it was dropped prior to the season start, wasn't it? I don't remember now. It's already been in what? 21's when the game came out. 22's when 2.4 dropped and the season started in 22. But yeah, exact time sequence. I don't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, the Cthon thing in the PTR, that was so ridiculous.
Not even death can save you from me.
And what was the rune word? What rune word did they screw up in the PTR, the first PTR? Was it the Infinity? It was the Infinity, right? Because they made it Bur Ist. Wasn't that it? Oh, it was the Enigma one. It was the Enigma one? They screwed one of them up. Pretty bad. Because I remember, like, everybody was making fun of it. Because that first PTR was a pretty exciting event. And everybody jumps in and you got all these rune words you could test. Ooh, Grand Charm. And it's either the Enigma or the Infinity was like gemmed whatever. I was like, wow, what did they just do? Right, they blame it on the interns that made the rune words. I think it was Infinity because it was like gem. It was like a gemmed thresher. Yeah, it was such a joke, dude. Though they were so bad. All right, that one's crapped. Oh, this Ist was a giveaway room. We could give that away. I'm gonna re-roll these. Those are all Diablo drop. Oh, wait, we're gonna look. Sorc torch. Barb. Yeah, no assassin torch. And the Chthons with the armor at the end of the staff. That PTR was so jacked up. Because it wasn't just the mistakes on the rune words, it was just the gear that they associated with each class to test out just didn't make any sense. They were just so bad. I'm just like, alright, these people that set this up, I don't think they've ever played this game. Yeah, it was wild. The first that first PTR was just not a shining example. What's up, Jeb?
Not even death can save you.
That I would agree with you in probably, I wouldn't say 100%, but probably 80%. Well, let me back up. Any AAA studio, most of the designers and don't play the game. Oh, I saw a wild one yesterday evening. Apparently Netflix released a cartoon version of Tomb Raider. Have you seen that? Like not a game, but like a show. Have y'all seen that? It's apparently so bad that even IGN gave it a 5 out of 10. Which I never see them go below 7. It's wild what they did with that show. it is so busted. First off, it's a cartoon. They made her flat-chested right out of the gate. Then they made her lesbian and like a really emotional, like crying all the time character. It was like, where did you get the premise for this show? Yes, it's horrific. It is so bad, but like all the reviews are just trashing it. All of them. It is so bad. If you were to just see a screenshot of the character, you would not guess in a million years that it was Lara Croft. Yeah, it's not Lara Croft. That's the problem. Hold on. I got to see if I can find a screenshot. Just a screenshot. I'm not going to show anything from it. All right, here you go. That's the new Lara Croft in this cartoon. Would you look at that and think that's Lara Croft? It's not a good, not even a really good picture. There's some like full, I don't know if there's any more. Yeah. That's just one random one I just pulled up real quick. It's wild what some of these people think. Here's the thing. The concept in somebody's brain for this show, and it's on Netflix. This is not like some random YouTube thing. This is on Netflix. And completely rewriting her in the entire canon of Lara Croft. Yeah, just make something new. Why are you trying to turn Lara Croft into a flat-chested lesbian? What is the point? An emotional flat-chested lesbian. That's like the opposite of the Lara Croft character. Yeah, Eric, actually, I think that might be where I saw it. It might have been on Asmund. It's wild. The people that like are invested in that entire thing. It's like people that have been like Lara Croft. Like, I don't care about Tomb Raider, but I love the movies. I actually love the movies. And I'm not a big fan of what's her face, but the Lara Croft movies or the Tomb Raider movies I thought were great. I never played the games. I never played them at all. But she actually did the character well. Like, I really enjoyed how she portrayed Lara Croft. It was just a great. Those were great movies to me. Nice, Liam. Yeah, we were talking about there's a Netflix show where they've like just come out with some cartoon where they're just it's wild what they're doing with it. I never played the games. Never did. I was a fan of the movies. What's her name? I can't remember her name that played Lara Croft. Angelina. Hot take? Maybe, maybe not. I thought that was some of her best work. The Smiths was kind of funny. I enjoyed the Smiths. Uncharted. I don't even know the video game. Uncharted video game? What kind of game was that? It sounds familiar. Oh, really? Interesting. But honestly, I don't know who the audience is for that Netflix. Because I mean, if you're doing like something like that, where it's like an established IP, I would think that you would want to draw people that play the game, watch the movies. I would think that would be try to be your main audience, maybe. I just that's what is like really confusing with a lot of that stuff is who do you think your audience is going to be? That's pretty funny, Jerry. I mean, there has to be market research, right? But apparently not, because I don't think it's doing very well. Like, I mean, it like I don't put a lot of stock in like the IGN and Rotten Tomatoes, but they even trashed it, so it's kind of crazy.
Not even death can save you from me.
I guess it's just weird to me. I don't know. Netflix, they're pretty hit or miss on because they do a lot of reboots. Does anybody even watch? Any of you guys watch that Ring of Power show? Oh wait, that's Amazon, isn't it? That's not Netflix. Amazon's who I'm thinking about. That's really jacked up a lot of the reboots. Not Netflix. Even though Netflix is kind of, I don't know. I think Amazon's worse with their reboots. Jerry, they gave not a 7 to that. What was that video game earlier this year that was so bad? Liam knows which one I'm talking about. They shut it down already. So I think it was a Sony release. They gave that game a 7, and at peak, no, it wasn't D4, but oh, what was it? This is gonna drive me crazy now. Concord, yes, Concord, Blue Nose. I think, and it was a live service. It's supposed to be like an Overwatch knockoff or competitor. And I think when they shut it down, its concurrent player base was like under 200 people. And they dumped hundreds of millions of dollars into that game. I didn't watch it.
Greetings.
It's just looking at it, I wasn't interested. Cause like Amazon did the Jack Reacher stuff, and the first season was mid. It was okay, but at least it followed the book pretty close. The second season was absolutely hot garbage, and I stopped watching it. But there was another book series that did the same thing, and I want to say it was Amazon as well. What it was I don't remember. It's based around a character named Joe Pickett. That's like a ranger or a state wildlife officer. And I've read just about all those books. And the first season was the same way. It was like mid, and the second season I couldn't even finish. It was so bad. It went the same route. And correct me if I'm wrong. Who did the Shogun's first season? Was that Amazon? It's not, is it? Hulu. Okay. That's right. Yeah, because I got Hulu just to watch it. I'm really, really nervous for the second season. Because this will be not following the book, but just writing the storyline. I'm hoping it's really, really good. And, you know, if they keep the same cast, the cast was pushing to make sure it followed like certain guidelines. So I'm hoping maybe if they stick to that and the cast kind of keeps it in line, maybe it will actually be good. That's one I forgot all about. I meant to check out Sons of Anarchy while my mother was out staying with my sister. I need to check that out. Yeah, I forgot all about that show. I mean, I'd heard about it when it was, you know, everybody was watching it. I don't recognize that one. Which one was Louis? Is that the Louis? Okay, the Louis C.K. one. Yeah, I'd heard about that too. Yeah, I'd heard some things about that. The Boys, I'm assuming it's probably still running on Amazon. Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about the Louis one? Oh, you're talking about the Louis one. Okay. here's what I'll say about The Boys. And I probably didn't give it a fair shake, but I couldn't get through the first episode, and I was like, all right, this is stupid. And I couldn't watch the whole first episode. No, dude. And maybe it's one of them things where you got to get a couple episodes in, but that first one was like, what the hell am I watching? When was that? It was after my mother left. We were going to check it out. Because of your recommendation. Hey, I'm one of them guys, if the first episode don't immediately pull me, I have a hard time continuing. Just saying. That's just me. Like I need, like, even with books, like books for me, like I gotta be invested like a couple of chapters in. I gotta be invested. Otherwise it becomes a slog and I quit. I can't do 3 episodes if I can't be like enticed in the first one. Madman. I've heard of that somewhere. Yeah, that's my rule. Like people say that about Breaking Bad. You got to get like through the first season or something. I can't do that. That's just it's hard for me to put that much time in to get to the good part. Like so I never made it out of the first season of Breaking Bad. I didn't think it started that well. And I feel like I've heard multiple people tell me that like the second season's really takes off. Maybe, Eric. And here's the other thing, and it probably influences my thoughts as well. Like it's usually my wife and I sitting and watching, and it's the same way. She's like kind of with me. If like the first episode's not sucking her in, she starts like losing interest, and it's something that we're both sitting there watching. So maybe if I like, even like what Eric's saying, if I just like while I'm working on the game have it on, maybe I'd get more invested into it. Because when we watch TV together. I usually don't watch TV just me. So it's something that we both got to be invested in. Watch the first episode, skip to the second season. Because that Better Call Saul was a spinoff from Breaking Bad, right? Because I've heard stuff about that one too. But like, we started watching Breaking Bad, and I was like, I don't know.
I am overburdened.
Because I'd heard that, but then like I don't know if Breaking Bad just kind of skewed my wanting to watch it because they were associated. So yeah, maybe. I mean, I do, you know, it does influence my take on some shows if she's not enjoying it while I'm watching it as well. So, and I mean, I can just like watch on my computer while I'm working on stuff. Because right now, all I do, like if I'm working on like game level or something, I just like put like YouTube videos on, just random videos I watch as I'm working. So maybe we try a show. Yeah, I'm always open to, you know, revisit.
What do you need?
Because I don't like rewatching stuff, so we're always looking for something new. It's tough, like I said before, like with my mother, I gotta kind of keep it pretty tame. But when she's staying with my sister, I try to like try and catch up on shows that I've been meaning to watch. It might be a problem if it's Netflix. Netflix is doing something weird with devices and stuff, or have been doing something weird. I don't think it's a problem with Amazon, but I think Netflix it might be. I think we watched The Expanse. What was the? You remember what the premise of that show was? That one sounds familiar. I think we might have watched that one.
I am overburdened.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like Eric, because like my wife does the same thing when she's doing stuff. She likes to put on like she usually puts on like Netflix or something. So that device sharing thing, I might run it. But I think that's specific to Netflix. Like if she's on Netflix, I could like watch if it's like an Amazon show or something. But yeah, there is a thing with that. And Netflix started implementing ads as well. We just got something from them just recently, a couple of weeks ago, where Netflix is going to start running ads.
Not even death can save you from me.
I am overburdened.
Yeah, I know. I just I can't really justify even that because I mean I just don't watch much TV outside of us when we sit down and eat dinner. We'll watch some TV. I usually don't watch any TV outside of that. A lot of uniques, just nothing worth a flip. Oh yeah, I know the device thing was because they were like, yeah, they, the password sharing on Netflix was kind of wild. I feel like I've watched Expanse for sure. That name sounds really familiar. My wife, especially, it's like a series like space exploration or something. My wife loves those kind of shows. She's a huge Trekkie.
I can't carry anymore.
Like when I say Trekkie though, like Next Generation, not original. Yeah, well, that was kind of the thing right there. It was just like everybody was sharing their Netflix stuff. I don't know though if they're maybe if they're IP restricted, like if it's on multiple devices in the same IP, maybe they don't limit it. I don't know.
I am overburdened.
Not even death can save you from me.
A lot of stuff on the ground. Alright, we're gonna have to cube. Well, Dennis, I mean, I've said it before. Like, my first 99 was a boson. And it's the reason why I can't stand doing cows now, because that's all I ever did. It was the only way to level cows over and over and over and over. As I run chaos for the 15,000th time. Was there a disc for Netflix? I don't remember that. I was trying to remember when I cut the cord and like just completely dropped cable and went with streaming services. Dude, get up there. Do some full clears next.
Not even death can save you from me.
Might as well take advantage of all this magic fine I got. Oh, chat was lagged apparently. That was crazy. My chat just went scrolling. You know, I'm shocked that Blockbuster didn't adjust to streaming. Because, I mean, when it was the VHS and then CD era, like, Blockbuster was, like, the place, right? And then Redbox came in, a little more convenient. But how Blockbuster didn't adjust itself to the market is wild to me. Because, I mean, you think when Blockbuster was in its heyday, my God, man, they were everywhere. Yeah, that's true. I mean, there's a lot that just didn't adjust quick enough, man. Just comfortable in where they were at market-wise, and just didn't adjust to where the market direction. That's true. Oh man, that is kind of true. I'll be the first one to admit, man, I hate going to the stores, any stores. But I'm not opposed to like online stuff. I prefer online. To me, it's just simpler. Yeah, Jerry, but I mean, it's still like a, you know, it still requires like some innovation and thought from like the people in charge, and that's where it falls apart. There's always that human component, man. Blue, that's like my wife loves Barnes and Noble. Like me, I don't care. What was, oh my God, what was the name? It was, if the it wasn't GameStop. There was like a predecessor to GameStop in like the malls. There was a video game store. What the hell was the name of that one? There was a couple, but there was one that kind of dominated the mall space for video games. Oh my God, what was that? Oh, that's gonna drive me crazy. It wasn't EB. There was another one. Hold on. Oh, no, it's toys. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, we could talk about the same stuff on occasion. I just can't it wasn't EB, though. I remember EB, but that wasn't the one that we had here. It'll come to me. I never even heard of Funko Land. Only thing I have stuck in my head is Spencer's, but that was the place where you just bought like the gag gifts and posters and stuff.
Not even death can save you from me.
No, none of those. It wasn't like a computer store. It was specifically video games. Babbage's. No. No, it was Babbage's. Was it Babbage? Babbage's for sure was one. I feel like there was still another one that was out there. Yeah, I don't feel like looking for it. There's a few Reddit threads that I could dig through, but I don't want to. Version. Virgin, is that a real Virgin Megastore? I never heard of that. No shot. Shakira? Uh-uh. That's funny. Man, that was one hot woman. And she probably still is, man. Well, she's got to be what? She in her 40s at least now, right? That's actually a really cool story. The one thing you never get perspective of, when you meet somebody in person, what is their height? Like when you see them just like on TV or whatever, you never get a perspective of how tall or short they are. That would be so weird. What's that mean, Blue? I don't know if you're tall or short, my guy. Is she a tall person? I always pictured her as being kind of short. I don't know why. Oh, I know Tom Cruise is short as hell. Nah, I don't remember you mentioning it. Avril Lavigne? Really, Blue? I hear you. What's the term, short king? Jerry's just a monster. He's kind of a freak. Shapeshift. Wow, really? You're a freak. I'm more of an anomaly. I mean, let's face it. How many uh, hick Southern guys you gonna run, or hick Asian guys you gonna run into? Ethereal. Amalgamation. Yeah, I'd take that one. I don't know. Amalgamation doesn't imply any sort of oddity. I'm kind of an oddity man. Let's face it. Audiobooks. You don't want that. Holy crap. Oh, that's funny. Well, I'm starting to get kind of hungry. My wife made some, she took a pork shoulder and made some real barbecue out of it. And it's actually really good. Sure. Oh my god, dude, that's too funny. Oh man, no, dude, that's funny as hell. Dude, here's the thing, Jerry. The only thing that would be funnier maybe is if you had a southern accent. Come on, man, you know that would be hysterical. Oh man. You talking about Shakira, Andy? Is she? Was she in some kind of trouble? No, dude. Me with a Scottish accent. Because I'm a quarter Scottish, shockingly. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, most celebrities get in some sort of tax trouble at some point, don't they? Conjugal visits can. I think so, Liam. Oh, that's actually funny, Jerry. What time is it? Damn, Liam. Yeah, I guess Freddy's is okay. Oh, that's actually funny. Hold on. What'd you say? Welsh? Welsh Indian? Nah, let's do that. I don't want it to go to waste. I could do 3 nights. It's good. I like it. Oh man. Welsh Indian. What's Welsh? That's like... What area is Welsh? Is that Nordic? I'm trying to picture Welsh. I don't know off the top of my head where that would be considered. Yeah, I know, Andy. Trust me, I get it. That was why it was kind of a big deal to do the stream like at the beginning, because I knew I was going to throw people all off. Wales, wait, that's part of Great Britain, right? Wales, yeah. Okay. I got it. No, it has to have barbecue. Yeah, that was because people were asking me to stream, right? Like, I've been putting out videos for what, like 4 or 5 months before I started streaming. So I already knew the reaction I would get. I already knew. I did. I don't know. For some reason, when you said Welsh, I had Nordic stuck in my head. I don't know why. Man, Eric's the one I always fight with about barbecue. He's the one. He don't know what it is. He don't know what barbecue is. He and I have been at it for a while now. It's just never going to end. The Texas versus North Carolina barbecue argument is just never going to end. It's just not. It's not just him and I. It's just everybody that's from Texas or North Carolina. That's always going to be the case. Even that video I posted about that from those British dudes that went to Sam Jones. Even Sam Jones said that was going to be one that's never going to end. Dude, I actually watched a video. It was actually kind of interesting. It was a barbecue joint it was actually in New York City. And they were trying different, like Asian. No. It wasn't barbecue. It was fried chicken. It was a fried chicken joint in New York City. And they were having them try like Korean fried chicken, and there was a couple of other ones. There wasn't Chinese, but it was like Korean fried chicken, maybe Thai. I think maybe Thai was one of them. Killer, what's up, brother? That was actually kind of an interesting one because I'm trying to remember which one they liked the most. I think it was the Korean one. They tried like 3 or 4 different Asian variations of fried chicken. No, this one's different. I just saw this a week or 2 ago. Yeah, we had that conversation about Korean. I still haven't tried it, but this was like a video I just watched just a week or 2 ago, where they had these guys that were known for their fried chicken in New York City, and they tried like different Asian variants of fried chicken. I'm so hungry now. It's just all of a sudden I'm like really hungry. Nah, killer. We always keep it light, man. Honestly, I don't think we've ever gotten into like any kind of heated debate. I don't feel like we have ever. And obviously nobody's going to agree on. They did have a Japanese fried. They did. That was one of the ones they tried. I didn't even know Japan had like their own version of fried chicken. I do want to try the Korean one for sure. I've heard it's actually really good. Yeah, I know, Jerry. It never crosses my mind to try it and find a place to get it from or go in and try. I don't. I need to kind of keep it in the front of my head. Yeah, there you go. Maybe she'll find one. Yeah, even when we talk about politics, it tends to. This is a pretty civil group for sure. And we definitely have different people from different aspects for sure. But I don't know. That's the thing nowadays. I feel like a lot of people just don't know how to approach a conversation where you're having an opposing view and not keep it civil. It just doesn't seem to happen anymore. Because, I mean, I could just say, Eric's just wrong about barbecue. I could just say it. It'll be okay. Now, humor is lost on a lot of people for sure. Oh. Well, Jerry, I am too, kinda. My wife will tell you that. But that don't mean that, I could still have a conversation with people that I disagree with. I mean, she'll be the first one to tell you I'm an asshole. But she won't be the only one. I was trying to remember, what was that? I feel like it was 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was a bank. I got into an argument with somebody at the bank on the phone, and I think it might have actually triggered one of my mother's heart episodes. She locked herself out of her online account. That's what it was. She locked herself, and I got on the phone with them to reset the password, and they were giving me a hard time about it, and they never had before. So I was getting a little, amped up, and I honestly think because my mother ended up having one of her heart episodes that afternoon, and I honestly think that was the trigger for it. So yeah, I mean, I can get a little amped. I can. It takes a lot to get me to that point, but here's my biggest trigger. Stupidity probably is my biggest trigger. Like, I can appreciate an argument with somebody if it's an intelligent argument. I could really appreciate that, and it won't make me angry. I can't stand just dumb. I can't take that. I can't. Yes, that one triggered me to no end, Can. I I could that one was just torquing me to no end. Yeah, Eric, that kind of to me kind of I guess I mean yeah, that would be different. I was thinking that would fall under the dumb category, but not necessarily. There can be smart people that are purposely ignorant. So yeah, I was about to lump that under the same umbrella, but it's not. It's not really. I haven't been paying attention to baseball. Are the Dodgers still in it? The only thing here's the only thing that's kind of made me like every once in a while check in on baseball was watching Otani with the Angels, but I know he really popped off with the Dodgers just batting this season, and they actually made it. They made it to the. Okay, I don't know who you are, so I'm not answering. But I mean, there's a good chance of a Dodgers Yankees World Series in there. Stop. Dear God, man. That's old school days. Dodgers Yankees, man. You seem like back in the day that used to be every World Series was Dodgers and the Yankees. It felt like it was always that. Who is what time frame am I thinking? I was trying to think of who the coach. This is going back like Lasorda. Who was the Yankees coach back in those days? Lasorda was the Dodgers coach. Was it Andy Martin? I feel like that might have been the case. It was like Lasorda was the Dodgers coach back then, and it was maybe Andy Martin. Was it GM? No, this was coach. No, that's two separate things. GM and coach, head coach. Am I just completely wrong on that? Pitching coach, okay. Is it GM? Man, I hate to be that. For some reason, I thought there was still a separate. Is it Andy Martin that I'm thinking of? Who was the? I'm pretty sure his last name was Martin for the Yankees. Tommy Lasorda? There's no shot I spell that. Yeah, yeah, it says manager. Yeah, you're right. For some reason I was thinking coach and there was a separate GM. No, this was pre-Torres. No, this was even before Torres. I think he's been there for a long time. But it was like, God, was it Andy? I think it was Andy Martin. Was it Lemon? Maybe that's who it is. I'm a little thrown now. I hadn't even been paying attention to my drops.
Not even death can save you from me.
Yeah, Reggie Jackson was that team, so maybe it is Lemon. That's the team I'm talking about. Ethereal? Come on, hit me. No. That's 5 socket though. That'd cool if that'd hit Ethereal. Crazy closer. Who was that? I tell you who had crazy closers. Crazy closers was the early '90s Braves. They went through a couple of them. Goose got yes. He would hit you for just no reason. He would do it, dude. He would hit people on purpose just to hit people. Yeah, Jerry. I was about to say the early '90s Braves pitching staff or lineup. I don't think they had the best by far. Shut up, Tommy. Yeah, Tom Glavine, Schmaltz, and Maddox was just the craziest lineup of pitchers ever. Yeah, that's who I'm trying to think of, Eric. That guy was just wild. Who was that guy? That closer back then was just, that dude was a nutbag, and he got into some stuff. He got into some trouble off the field for sure. Rocker, yes, 100%. That was it. No, Randy Johnson didn't play for the Braves. Unless it was really early. I don't remember him being on the Braves, but maybe like early in his career, maybe? I don't think so, though. I can't say that 100% sure. Yeah, Jerry, that was crazy, wasn't it? It was like college kids or high school. He had them they didn't know what the hell was going on. I mean, Maddox was he was something to watch, dude. Oh, man. The Paul brothers. How many series did the Braves even pull out of that lineup they had back then, though? because it wasn't. I mean, they had a great pitching staff, but they had a lot of good players just in general. And I want to say, did they only pull like one series? Telestaff? No. Tell you what, we'll have one drop off of Diablo right here. We'll get a notch to drop real quick. Oh, get off the... Come here, dude. I'm trying to get him to move off of that edge. Come on, my guy. Is he stuck? I think he's stuck. Was it only 9? I feel like it was. They only pulled one series with their. I mean, they had like Chipper Jones. They had Dave Justice from Moneyball fame. God, I'm trying to picture their lineup. They just had a great team, and they just could not pull it all the way. Gloves? No. Ooh, some gores. Anybody need gores? See if we get a perfect ED roll. Some 200 ED gores. 192. All right, here we go. Nodge.
Not even death can save you from me.
Is it Trav right now? Oh my god, I didn't even notice. Man, damn it. I could have done some porking. Wasn't paying attention. Oh well. Not gonna bother with it now. Oh, it just switched. I didn't even realize it was 6 o'clock. My bad. Hold on. I'll do last run. I'll call last run. Alright. Let's do this. I'm not even going to do it. I'm not going to do a run. I'm going to cube real quick. I'm going to cube a small charm and see if we hit anything. Oh, there was some legal. There's like some lawsuit pending around that 50-50 ball, wasn't it? Like apparently the guy got it, and then some dude ripped it out of his hands. Oh man, always something, man. All right, I'm gonna cube a small charm. These are Diablo smalls. Usually don't do them, but just to mix it up a little bit. I'll take a 6. We'll take a 6 magic fine. Ooh, look at that fire damage on that one. Wow, level 81. We'll take that too. Alright, we're already out of smalls. One more. Alright, we've already rolled 2 of them. Yeah, it's some wilds. Yeah, I know the auction price was crazy. I didn't know they had offered for it. I think it's still pending. Ah, there's another one. A 5 AR charm. So I've rolled 3 smalls really quick. That's kind of cool. Rolled 6 magic fine. Got this high fire one for my barb. And then a AR, 5 AR charm. That's kind of neat. Alright, we still got these. I can flip in real quick. Couple shots at a skiller. Do I have any more? I'm gonna roll a diadem real quick. We'll do one more. 2, 3. And then we'll pop in this diadem and 6 skulls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, I'll probably swap later. Yeah. Alright. That's cool. That could have been a real crazy one. We'd hit a 7 with 11 light resist. That's a nice charm. Alright, I'm going to jump off. I'll be on Wednesday. I don't know what we'll plan for Wednesday. We'll do something. Maybe we'll get a bounty pulled together for Wednesday. Yeah, it's still really good. But I'll be on Wednesday. Yeah, I'll see if I can scrape together something for a bounty. The way things are going, I think maybe this week, next week, I might continue online, but I think the season's kind of fallen out. I'll probably switch to my offline Grail character after that and start doing my grail hunt till either PoE2 or season announcement, and they actually do something. So we'll see how it goes. All right, guys. I will catch you on Wednesday.